We have Mr. Kurt in the house,
What's up?
aka Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Where did that come from, bro? Like, did you watch Johnny? Oh, so little background story. Kurt has, is it just TikTok or is it Instagram too?
So it's just TikTok.
TikTok
Yeah.
has it's called what's your handle?
So it's the real.
The real
underscore Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
And how did that start, bro? Did you watch Johnny Bravo growing up?
I'm happy you brought this up. Because no, I didn't watch Johnny Bravo growing up.
Oh, you didn't?
No. But when so this is Halloween 2020. Yeah, 2020 now. And I was trying to figure out basically what I was going to be for Halloween. A bunch of my buddies. So
2020, so 2 years ago. Was this in LA?
No, this is in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm going out to Hoboken, Jersey City with all my fraternity buddies, and I'm just trying to figure out, what I'm gonna wear for Halloween. And it's kind of crazy how, looking back on it, how everything kind of came together.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Oh yeah. So I had a little bit longer hair at the time, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the barber.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a haircut.
Okay.
And see, because I wanted to be Thor for Halloween.
Thor. Oh.
Yeah, that's
Totally.
yeah, totally.
That makes sense.
No, but when I went to the barber, I had him give me a skin fade.
Skin fade, okay.
Yeah, and then my idea completely changed, and I don't know what.
If you guys don't know what a skin fade is, it's basically like bald on the side, and then it slowly gets longer until the very top, and it's relatively long, right?
Yeah, so skin tight on the bottom, and then gradually up to like a half one all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I had him do that. My idea completely changed, but I don't know what, because I didn't really watch Johnny Bravo growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what sparked my idea.
Who told you though?
I have no idea.
You don't remember?
Dude, I have no idea. I was like, I have blue jeans, I have black V-neck, and then I don't know what sparked my idea and what got me, because then I started watching YouTube videos of Johnny Bravo. I don't know how I looked it up or why I looked it up, but I did, and I just don't remember why. It just like turned into this whole funny thing. So I was like, wow, this is perfect. I have everything that I need for the costume, and the way the barber cut my hair, I was able to spike it up really high. And so pretty much I just ran with it. I ran with it for
so
Halloween.
You started the handle after Halloween?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so pretty much...
Because you went viral off of it a couple times, right?
Yeah, which is really funny. It's so funny, dude. Okay, so so all my buddies, they're all like my height, man.
Okay.
Like we all hype
Back at
each other up. Yeah. We all hype each other up.
Short kings, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so my one buddy that is a little bit older than me, he was super hyping me up the whole time.
Hyping you up about what?
That he thought my Halloween costume was hilarious.
No, that's so.
Yeah. And so he started recording me and told me to like pretend to be actually like the character
no
for
way.
Halloween. And then I was so into it because I was just like, this is Halloween, like we're just trying to have fun, like whatever. Next thing you know, I remember this super vividly. A couple weeks after Halloween had happened, he took all this footage of me. We were having fun, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He FaceTimes me when I'm going to F45 out in New Jersey to coach. And
you were coaching an F45 over there too.
Yep. Yeah, that's actually where my F45
Got it.
started, was back in Jersey. Yeah. So he FaceTimes me and he's like, "Yo, I have a brilliant idea.
Mm-hmm.
You should make a TikTok that's specifically just Johnny Bravo content."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, listen, man, I'll do it for you. I was really like, I don't really want to be doing TikTok type stuff, but he convinced me, and I did.
Good friend right there.
Really good friend. So the first couple of videos that I had posted on TikTok, they got like not that much views or whatever. But when I decided to move out to California, I was on the airplane. Luckily, they had Wi-Fi, so I actually meshed together a bunch of the content that my buddy recorded of me on the airplane, moving from New Jersey to California.
Just guess you had time.
Because I had time, and I'm sitting on the plane, and I'll never forget this. I posted the video on the airplane mid-air, and that was the one that got millions and millions of views. And it literally started to blow up as I'm on the plane flying to California to go move there. It's just like I said to my roommate that moved out with me. I walked up to him. It was like the video was at like 6,000 views or something. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be the one that like gets a bunch of views, and it actually ended up happening. How many views did it end up getting? I haven't checked what it was recently, but it was like over 3 million views.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people loved it. They thought it was hilarious. So,
why did you move out to California?
Yeah, so I wanted to always move out to California.
Yeah.
I visited here before the pandemic started.
Okay.
And
what did you like about it when you came to visit?
Definitely the weather.
Yeah.
I liked how much of a culture it really is for fitness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, everyone's out here just trying to be, at least the ones that I've met, like just really good, in shape.
Yeah.
Really healthy lifestyles out here. So the weather and just, I've always been more of like a beach boy type thing. Even back in New Jersey, my family, we always go down to the beach every summer. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go after it. I'm going to move out here. I wanted to do personal training and really just try and grow my career and my expertise in that area.
What was it like? Because if I'm trying to put myself in your shoes, dude, like just moving, uplifting your life and just moving to California is like, so I grew up in Fresno. That's 4 hours away. I'll hop in a car with like a few suitcases. I have my car, everything like that. And like, that seems way easier, right? Like what got you to actually do it? Because I feel like there's a ton of people who are like, oh, like, yeah, that'd be nice, but that's just like too much effort to like really uplift my whole life and just like pursue this like dream that's not very likely or easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that I like to take risks.
Sure.
Yeah, I really like to take risks.
Why?
And because it's fun, it's exciting.
Okay.
It's new. And I can make kind of rash decisions sometimes in what I want to do. If I'm like really feeling something, it's like, all right, let's do it. It was kind of crazy how it all came together. I was talking with my mom because I was living back at home post-college at the time.
Yeah.
And I said to my mom while I was having some lunch, I said, Mom, I really want to move. Like, I want to get out of New Jersey for a little bit. I love New Jersey. I actually really do love New Jersey. I love going back home there. I mean, you do have everything that, at least for that, I would want in New Jersey too. You got the beach. You have, if you want to go into the woods. I grew up in the woodsy area of New Jersey, so you know, I really do enjoy that. Going back at home.
Yeah, you appreciate where you came from.
Sure, but I said to her, I said, listen, I want to move. It was either like Florida, which I still would do, but for sure. But I decided to go with California, and because I had visited here before. And I just really wanted to. I wanted to kind of live out in this more of the West Coast and kind of give it a go. So it was kind of funny. I said to her, I said, Mom, I want to move, and I had kind of the pieces in place. I was working remotely at the time because of the pandemic. I was in accounting. I wasn't even doing personal training. I was doing accounting and group fitness. I was working remotely in accounting, so they gave me the go to move out to California and still work for them remotely. Yeah. So I kind of took that as like, all right, like, let's go. So I have a job that's still paying me that I can take care of myself. So and at the time I knew Nick Phillips from, because I had visited out here before pandemic for induction training. Yeah. And so he told me that if I moved out here, I'd be able to coach out here. So it was just, things kind of came together. And
so you had a plan.
I had a plan.
You didn't just like uproot your whole life and just go.
No, but actually things just completely came piling down as soon as we landed off the airplane. As soon as we landed off the airplane, all the plans, everything, not everything crashed, but like, so my buddy, so I sent him, two of my best friends, in my fraternity, I asked if they would be interested
in moving with you.
With me, yeah. And one of them was. So we did like some research on like where we would be staying at and stuff like that. And he's big into, you know, entrepreneurship and wanting to grow his own brand and just kind of focus on himself and what he's doing. And so he wanted to like create content and all this stuff too. So, which I'm into as well. So stupidly, which looking back on it, it's so stupid, but we decided that it would be smart to go for a shared living space, to live there.
What's a shared living space? What do you mean?
So pretty much we thought that we were going to be moving into a house with about like 10 other people.
Okay.
I was in a fraternity.
So
I lived with 10 other dudes,
yeah.
you know, like
I feel like
with one bathroom. Like yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, living in Newark and Hillside, New Jersey and stuff like that, like, you know.
How was that experience? How was that experience here in the beginning?
We didn't stay one night. We didn't stay an hour. I swear to God.
Why?
Okay, so we get off the airplane. We get an Uber to the place.
So you guys literally came together. You flew together.
We flew together. And all we have with us, looking back on it again, this is insane. All we had with us was our suitcases, and
Was it 2 suitcases each or 1 suitcase?
2 suitcases each, duffel bag, you know, that type of stuff. And we pull up to this shared living space. Looks really nice on the outside. We're like, all right, this is cool. As soon as we walk in, it's just like, what did we just do? Because it was, I don't even know how to explain it. Like we thought there was going to be like maybe like 8 or 10 people living there. It was like 16 or 20 people living in this. Yes, it was a mansion, but like bunk beds and people like sleeping on top of each other. Disgusting, messy, not what the pictures showed.
Yeah.
And like I literally, my heart just kind of sunk right into my stomach, and I was just like, because now I'm on the other side of the country thinking that I was good. Yeah. We're so not good right now. We're so not good right now. And I'll never forget this. I said to my roommate Alex, I said, dude, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here as soon as possible. We got to get an Airbnb or something to hold us over until we figure this out. We are not staying. We're not staying an hour here, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was just it was not what I wanted to do, and it's not what he wanted to do either.
Did you guys end up getting an Airbnb?
We did.
And then you guys figured it out, basically.
Yep, exactly.
That's a crazy story, dude.
Yeah, so we landed and everything kind of came crumbling down, but then we were able to, props to him, I will say he found the Airbnb and the place that we're at right now. Thank you, Alex. Because
shouts out, bro.
Yeah, shouts out, bro, because we're in a good spot right now. So,
that's what's up. What do you call it? So why did you want to get into accounting in the first place? Because like
it's a good
I
question.
have one friend who absolutely loves accounting. Like he likes you know how at the end of like a debit, credit, or a balance sheet, everything is perfect. You know, like
I'm very OCD, so that is like, I love that.
Yeah. So he loves getting that process down, and he's cool with like balancing sheets all day, and he's really good at it. But like obviously, you didn't love it because you stopped, right? So what initially got you into accounting?
Yeah, good question. So bouncing off of all that, in high school, my junior and senior year, figuring out where I wanted to go to college, what I wanted to do forever. Yeah. Not really ever, but you know what I mean.
I mean, people tell you forever.
I mean, kind of. Yeah, kind of. It's like, you know, when you're like that young and you're trying to figure out like, what do I want to do for the rest of my life, or what do I want to do for a career?
Yeah.
At the time, I was actually doing exercise science. So when I was a junior and senior, a junior and senior in high school, I did a vocational school. So it was like half high school, half. It was called Polytech, but pretty much a vocational school. So I went and did health science there.
Cool.
So I learned medical terminology. I learned anatomy 1 and 2. I learned a bunch of really really cool courses that really interested me a lot about the human body. It was great.
Sure.
When I went to college, I started in athletic training.
Okay.
So that was like rapping,
like personal athletic training.
No, athletic training is more sports teams. So sports teams, you know how they have trainers that wrap their ankles, that give them ice pre or post.
So you were doing that for athletes?
I was doing that for 2 years.
Okay.
And
Was it like football or everything?
everything. So
Everything.
football, soccer, volleyball, baseball, softball.
Okay.
And
So that's a lot of hands-on work. That's
it
like
was really cool.
that's
And again,
that's good stuff to know.
I learned a lot of practical classes. So looking back on it, I actually kind of wish I stuck through with it, but I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't
Yeah,
stick
because you
through
had-
with it,
you
because
kinda
then
had
my life
that-
would have completely went in another direction. So
Sure.
when I was in college, I was focused on like, I want to make a lot of money one day.
Mm-hmm. Like
And
that's it. Like that's the main
I
goal.
was like, not the main goal, but I thought that I wasn't going to be able to make as much being an athletic trainer
Uh-huh.
compared to if I did accounting or something that was like more business savvy.
I mean, objectively, like all way around, like the average accountant makes more money than the average personal trainer probably.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so for sure.
In terms of just like if you take all the personal trainers together and you average out that income and you take all the like worldwide, you know
Sure.
what I'm saying?
Accountants, CPAs.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I was focused on that.
Yeah.
And my previous girlfriend at the time, her dad had done accounting, and he was really successful.
Yeah.
And I kind of looked up to that. I was like, man, like
That's
this guy,
dope. Yeah.
he's like, he's doing really well
Mhm.
and taking care of the family. Like, I want to be like that one day, you
Mhm.
know. So I thought it would be wise for me to change my major. I had a couple guys in my
Oh,
fraternity.
so you were already a exercise science major?
Yeah,
You
I
changed
was
it.
athletic training
Oh,
for
yeah.
2 years. About a year and a half. I was going into my sophomore year, second semester, and I decided to change. And yeah, I mean, it was a big change, but I don't know. For some reason, I thought that it was the right path for me
At the time?
at the time. It kind of made sense. And actually, during college, I actually enjoyed my classes. Like, I enjoyed the finance classes. I enjoyed the accounting classes that I took, except for tax accounting. But even though I should really like that because that's super important.
It's probably the most important
most
accounting
important.
class for just like life.
For life, yeah. I wish I could have applied more of like what I'm doing now to actually those classes. It was like a lot of the textbook stuff was just like,
Yeah. What's the biggest thing about learning about accounting and taking those classes in college that have like influenced you to like become like a better personal trainer?
Oh, I feel like I'm the accountant for fitness now.
Meaning?
Okay, so where I'm at right now,
What's the place that you train at?
yeah, so I'm at Ultimate Performance right now.
Ultimate Performance. It's in which
It's
city?
in Brentwood.
Brentwood,
It's in
California.
Brentwood, yep. And doing strictly one-on-one personal training there.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much the accountant for fitness because I set up my clients with their macronutrient targets, their calorie targets.
Side note, real quick, me and Kurt met from F45 and we were training in Hollywood, right? And we'd work out all that stuff, and we'd train and we'd set up together. And at the end of the day, he's like, "Dude, like I just don't love my accounting job." This was probably like a year ago. And but he was like, it's paying the bills, doing whatever. He's like, ultimately I just want to do like one-on-one personal training. And it's so cool to see Kurt do that because like that's where he's at now. A year ago, bro, you were just like kind of not happy doing what, like just at home at your computer, like even though it was like a decent money paying your bills, getting you through, and you're doing that now, but with personal training, which is just a beautiful thing, bro.
Yeah, you actually you summed it up perfectly there, bro. It literally hit me when I was working for a fitness company, doing accounting for them. So I was like, okay, whatever. This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
The company was called Exos at the time.
Oh, you're doing accounting for Exos?
I was doing accounting for Exos.
Oh,
yeah.
no way.
Yeah. So
Kev started training there. Right?
It's a great company.
Yeah.
It is an awesome company. I'm so about Exos. I love what they do. They're great.
It's
but I was doing
literally
accounting.
athletic, yeah.
But I was doing accounting for them. So I got a bunch of free certifications from them because they're a big education company. Huge education company.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm taking advantage of this. I got all of them for free.
Yeah. What certs did you take?
The performance specialist certification, the fitness specialist certification, behavior change stuff. I mean, just so
you probably
much.
learned so much. That's
so
awesome.
much stuff. So I did, and a lot of it was continuing education. So when I had to recertify from like my personal trainer cert, it was just easy. Yeah, everything rolled over, which was great. So yeah, I mean, I was like doing accounting, but I was still fitness because that's what I love, you know.
Yeah.
But I I wasn't making as much at Exos, and I decided that I thought it would be a smart idea to look for other
What do you
accounting
mean?
opportunities.
You weren't making
As much as like I felt like
so when I met you, you weren't doing accounting for Exos.
I was.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was. But I was doing F45 too. It was fine that I was
Oh.
like, still
So you
comfortable
decided
enough.
to look for more accounting.
So I decided to look for more accounting jobs because I was like, you know what? Maybe I was doing like accounts receivable, accounts payable, all that stuff, staff accountant work that I thought, maybe I could find another opportunity that's kind of similar to what I'm doing that maybe will pay me a little bit more, whatever. So I started working for this company out here called PharmaVite.
Okay.
And they make
What's that?
Nature's Made vitamins.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was doing accounting for them. And that's where everything kind of came down because their systems were so different than Exos, and I had to learn all this new stuff. And I was just like, dude, I don't even want to do this. Why am I spending the time learning all this if I don't even want to do this? Like, this is terrible. I should have just stayed with Exos. I was like, fuck. No, sorry, I don't know if I can say it. You can edit that out. But so I gave it a month. I stopped Exos.
Yeah.
Even though it was a little tough for me too because I really liked it. The company at least and the people. Worked for this PharmaVite for a month, and even though they were paying me a lot more than what Exos was, I hated it. I literally was sitting at my desk. Well, I have a standing desk, so maybe I was standing. Whatever.
One of them.
Whatever. I walked up to Alex. I said, dude, I'm quitting this job right now. I don't care if I have to do mornings and nights at F45 just to make do with what
right now.
I'm not doing another day of this right now. And I did. Yeah, I gave them the at
it
least
was that
2
bad.
weeks. I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I felt like I didn't want to learn the new systems. I didn't want to do the work was a little bit different too. I was doing like shortages and pretty much the company gets huge packages of these vitamins, right?
Yeah.
And not some of them may be damaged, some of them may be not sellable vitamins or whatever. So I have to do the accounting for that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is actually horrible.
Yeah.
No, maybe I don't know. Maybe if I stuck it out, but I really didn't want to do it. So I was like, you know what? I quit, and I applied for a bunch of other jobs in the meantime.
Were they mostly personal training?
All personal training.
All personal training.
And I came across Ultimate Performance. Thank God, and I just fell in love with the company and their vision and what they're about and what they do, and it was just like.
So what do they do?
They're a results-driven personal training company. Strictly focusing on getting results with your clients. And it's great because, like I was telling you before, that, you get promoted within the company and do even better depending on the results that you get with your clients. Yeah, 100%.
That's awesome.
So.
Because there's a lot of people who, especially like in commercial gyms, LA Fitness, 24-hour fitness, you just get paid your hourly rate that the gym gives you for a training session, right? It's like you don't get any incentives in terms of like seeing your client get from A to C in like 1 month or, and they're just trying to keep their clients going along, coming to sessions so they get paid for like an hourly versus like, obviously there's trainers out there who do care and who like are going to put that effort in to see that result. But there's some who just like, oh, this is what I do. If my client wants to follow what I tell them to do, cool. If they don't, also cool, And it sounds like from this job too, you have incentives to really like, if they get results, you get rewarded too.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is, that's such a good business model.
It is. It really is, because it makes you as a trainer realize that you have to put in a lot of hard work to make sure that your clients stay on track and get the results that they're after.
Yeah.
And it also makes you, I feel like, a better trainer in a sense that, yes, you will get more money and you will get promoted and move up in the company.
Yeah.
The better results that you get for your clients. So it gives you an incentive to like, okay, I have to really be hyper focused on what I'm doing here, how I'm programming for them, how I'm progressing them.
Yeah.
Check-ins.
Yeah. What's your whole process in terms of personal training? So say I come into you training at Ultimate Performance, right? And I have a little bit of workout experience, but where would you like, walk me through your process in terms of what you would do.
So step one is to do an initial consult with you. And that I would take your photos. So we'll snap some photos of you, your initial photos. I'll show them to you, you know, just so you can see where our starting point's at. After that, I'll take some skin fold measurements of you. There's about...
Explain skin fold real quick. For
Sure.
People who don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a bunch of different methods out there for skin fold taking, but we do pretty much, it's about 11 or 12, maybe 13 sites. And so I'm taking body fat measurements of you, just pulling the skin away and measuring it with a skin fold caliper that basically has millimeter readings.
It's basically like a clamp.
It's a clamp,
yeah.
Exactly. And the thicker the reading, the more body fat that you have. The thinner the reading, obviously, the less body fat that you have. So,
so you do that for every client?
Every client.
Okay.
Yeah, every client. So we'll do skin fold. There's a bunch of different sites. So we'll do those. We'll get some girth measurements. So we have tape measure.
Do you just do hips, waist? Or do you do
No,
everything?
I mean, they have it set up that we can do it all, but it really depends on the client. Every client's different. If you have someone that's coming in that's super overweight, you're not going to do all of them. You might not even do skin fold measurements because their skin is so hard to grab.
Yeah.
Now for you, I would easily be able to do skin fold, girth, and all that stuff. So we do neck, arms, legs, calves, hip, waist. Waist is probably the most important that people like to see, right? Their waist going down, shoulders. So so I'll do all that. That's step one. We'll go through your PAR-Q form that you filled out. Pretty much highlighting on everything about your life that I think would be relevant to your fitness journey and what would help me kind of best guide you through your process.
It's just that like daily activity, your eating lifestyle, that type of thing?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. Where are you currently at and how are we going to get you to become the best version of yourself? You know.
Do you do goals or anything like that or no?
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel like you can't really get the results that you're after if you don't set goals.
Really?
I mean, then what are you working towards?
I don't know. I feel like for me, I used to set a lot of goals, not just in fitness, but in life type of deal. And like, sometimes like I wouldn't hit them or something like that. And it would like demotivate me or bring me down. And like, I have this whole thing, like, I don't know if you've seen like my Instagram sometime. I always put like a hashtag, like get better today type of deal. And it doesn't really matter like if you're have this goal and you don't hit it, but like if you're progressing like just in an upward fashion, like I think that's okay.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, not every goal that I've set out for myself I've hit either.
But explain why you think goals are important.
Well, right. So I think that setting goals for your clients is important because it gives them something to look forward to and to work towards. And if they don't hit it, then you can always come back to like, okay, what happened as to why this didn't happen?
Okay, so say I'm your client, right? And I was like, hey, Kurt, I'm super overweight. I want to lose 40 pounds, right? And you're like, okay, beautiful. We're going to do around 2 to 3 pounds a week for this many weeks. And at the end of that goal time, you lost 10 and you're like, dude, like I thought you said we are gonna lose 40, like what's going on, like I'm super down. Like how would you go about that situation?
I wouldn't let it get that far.
What do you mean?
You said that at the end of it you only lost 10 pounds
at the end of like whatever the goal was.
Right. I wouldn't let it get that far. If you didn't lose 2 pounds 1 week, why not? You know, like I would check in with you every single day. Every single day. And make sure that at least you're trying as best as you can to get to that goal. And if you don't get to it, then we have to have a tough conversation as to why that is. Because realistically, you can get to that point, weight-wise, you know. So we would just have to have a kind of a tough conversation. Probably in the second week, maybe if it's been, you know, maybe the first week you lost a lot of muscle glycogen, maybe some water weight, you're feeling good. You know, week 2 comes around or week 3, it's a little bit slower. But I would make sure that I wouldn't let it get that far. Now there are always the case.
Certain cases,
100%. And I'm in a little situation like that right now with one of my clients. You know, it's tough. It is. It really is. Especially if they travel.
What do you like most about personal training?
Well, with personal training, I feel like I really know a lot of my clients super, super well.
Okay.
I feel like programming is so individualized for that person, although there are a lot of the same things. I mean, realistically, we're all doing similar exercises.
Yeah.
It's just how...
I feel like there's staples in just fitness in general that, like, could you build off those like compound movements?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't take away from the most important: squat, deadlift, bench, maybe overhead press too. But like those are like super important.
In terms of like just like push pull movements.
Yeah,
really
right. As long as you can handle them.
Yeah.
So we have to assess. Going back to kind of your question, I would have to bring you onto the gym floor now and actually do a movement assessment with you. See if you have any shoulder impingement. Like, how do you move? What can we correct? What can we focus on? Once I nail down how you move.
Yeah. There's like a ton of people who can't do an overhead press because of their shoulder mobility. Like, you know, stuff like that.
Or a past injury or something like that may happen. Yeah. So you have to really work with the client for sure and take what they give you. So and so I really like personal training because it's way different than group fitness. Group fitness was fun. I mean, that's exactly it. It was fun.
It's fun. There's not a lot of like creativity. For example, like I really think personal training is an art form, right? Because not necessarily because you do it for yourself, right? You are doing certain movements to change your own body, and this body you could create any type of way based on what you do. And I feel like if you could do that for someone else, that's even more beautiful, you know, in terms of like you have an impact. You are helping this person change their body into it, sculpting it in a way that like they couldn't do by themselves, you know? So you're kind of like an artist trying to like sculpt your artwork, you know?
It is like being an artist.
Yeah. And programming is that art, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
You're not like painting and shit, but like
that'd be fun.
Yeah, you know?
No, yeah, I completely agree. It really is taking ownership of your client's results.
Yeah.
You know, like I take so much ownership in the results that my clients get. If they don't get good results, I like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
You know, so and how can I be better next time? You know.
How do you feel when a client reaches a goal or like gets the body type that they want and they are so happy? What's the feeling for you?
It's pretty amazing, honestly. I mean, it's indescribable because like you realize like, wow, I really helped this person go from a point in their life that was really like not optimal for them. Maybe they didn't fully realize it, but now all of these benefits that are just coming back to. We do video testimonials too, so you hear a lot of what the client has to say in a video testimonial. That's some things that you never really realized like made a huge impact on their life, and it's like, wow, don't make me choke up right now. Like, but like seriously, it is really rewarding. I've never had a personal trainer before. I always just did it on my own and maybe like worked out with a bunch of my buddies and stuff. Yeah. So I never had like someone as like a coach me through like a fitness journey. Yeah. So it is pretty rewarding, honestly. It's amazing, dude. Yeah.
I always tell people like it's kind of indescribable because I kind of feel selfish sometimes of how good it makes me feel. Like,
it makes me feel like a beast. Yeah. Like, okay, I'm a personal trainer. Yeah. Like, let's go. Like, I help people get into amazing shape. Yeah. Physically, mentally.
It's crazy how that goes together, bro. Because like, for me too, like if I don't work out, I don't think I'm as good of a person. Like I think I'm nicer when I work out. I think my mental clarity is better when I work out. I think my mobility and strength is better when I work out.
It will be.
Just like overall, you know. And it's crazy, especially some clients of mine too, who just like they see it as like a burden, you know, and
to work out.
Yeah, and to try to like switch that switch is really tough sometimes, and it's just hard for me to like have empathy towards it, because for me as my individual person, like working out does so much for me, and I'm just like, how can you not see this, bro? Like, I know you need me, I'm here to help you feel that way, but the fact that sometimes you don't feel that way, like you think of this as like a chore, like, oh, I don't want to do this, like It kind of frustrates me sometimes, you know.
I couldn't agree more. It literally gives me, like, it takes me no motivation or willpower or anything to work out. I know I got to do it, and I do it, and I for some people it's totally the opposite. It's like you said, it's like a burden on them. They don't I feel like maybe a lot of people don't realize, like, just the amazing benefits that do come to you as soon as you start taking care of your health, you know, your fitness, your nutrition, just everything, your sleep. You take care of a lot of that. A lot of other things around your life become so much better as well.
Sleep's a superpower.
Yeah, that is actually the most underrated thing ever.
I suck at it. Sleep's probably the worst thing in my health right now.
Yeah, and so that could honestly make a lot of other things around you in your life just not as optimal.
100%, right? Especially like fitness wise, like workouts probably not as optimal because I'm not sleeping as well. Recovery's not as good. That's one thing I'm trying to work on.
Dude, sleep is so important. And I, one of my clients that got an awesome result, Sam, shout out to you, dude.
Let's go.
He's a sleep doctor. So he's taught me a lot about. Yeah.
What have you learned from him? What has he told you?
Well, I had a client that had really, really bad sleep. So he helped me kind of try and coach this guy through
what were
fixing
some
his
tips?
sleep. Well, his circadian rhythm was like all messed up.
All over the place,
all over the place. It reminded me of like when I was in college, you know, going to bed at 3 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because you're partying or doing whatever, studying up late at night or something, you know, and then waking up at maybe like 11:30 or 12 or something like that, right? So he's kind of doing that now, where he has a tough time falling asleep, eating in the middle of the night when you wake up, and which is like, so no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Yeah. And waking up really, really late, and it's so trying to coach him on a lot of sleep habits that can hopefully help him out a little bit, whether it's one of the things was, you know, setting an alarm super early, but like forcing yourself to go to bed early. Yeah. And if you can't, you're still waking up early, because the idea is hopefully if you wake up earlier, you're going to be tired come that time. So just trying to reset that circadian rhythm, you know, because this guy's still awake when it's really, really dark out, you know, which is not good for you.
So his recommendation was basically like, no matter what, you have to wake up at this time to get your circadian rhythm like up and going again. And then you're definitely going to be tired if you fall asleep at 3 and have to wake up at 5, right?
Exactly.
And so
hopefully
you go to bed
at like 9:30 or 10.
8 or some shit like that.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
because you woke up so early, and so hopefully over time that kind of just starts to reset things.
Yeah.
Obviously, no.
Do you have problems with sleeping at all?
No, dude, I have great sleep.
You fall asleep like a baby.
It depends on the night, but I pretty much, for the most part, have really good sleep. I do, though, wake up in the middle of the night sometimes, though, and have to use the bathroom. But but I can fall right back asleep, so it's not an issue for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I've never had a problem falling asleep. It's just like getting to bed like after work or anything like that. I'm just like, fuck, I want to go to bed.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Hey, dude. So, when and why did you get into fitness?
Oh yeah. So okay, my dad, he was big into fitness. He's a chiropractor, so he's all about holistic health.
Okay.
And you know.
Did you get adjusted growing up?
Every day. Not really, but like almost every day, you know.
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah.
So you don't really have like body pains or anything, probably.
I wish. I injured myself stupidly about 3 years ago, and I kind of deal with something right now, which I'm surprised isn't bothering me, considering
what is it?
I have sciatica going down the left side of my leg, down to my toes, and
what is sciatica? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Yeah, no, you're good. So the sciatic nerve is the largest nerve in your body.
Okay.
And pretty much it's a slight bulge coming from my L5, S1, the last lumbar
of
the spine and the sacrum.
Yeah.
And a little bit in L4 as well.
Okay.
I had a compression injury because I thought it was like
the shit.
Exactly.
Were you squatting or something?
Nope, not fitness related injury at all, which really irks me a little bit. Because,
what were you doing?
I was hiking with a group of my buddies back in Jersey, and I had jumped off of this. So you climb up to this really high rock. It's
Oh,
called
were
the
you cliff
Devil's
jumping?
Tea Table. Not really. Not into water. It's called the Devil's Tea Table. You get a sick view. So I climbed up there, thought I was the guy, and I had jumped off of it before I landed it. And so I thought that I would be the guy again and jump off and land it, but I didn't land it the second time.
Oh.
No, my butt landed it.
Oh shit!
I landed
Ow.
down. I have a video of it, dude. Because I
Oh,
was like, I said to my buddies, I was
no.
like, yo, record me, because I'm gonna land it. Yeah, I'm gonna land it.
Oh,
no, I
shit.
completely ate it, completely,
Damn.
and screwed up kind of my life forever. But I don't let it get to me
Too
because I'm
much?
still able
Yeah.
to, crush it in the gym.
Yeah.
And as long as I
When was that?
About 3 years ago.
Okay.
I had to do physical therapy,
There's no recovery
chiropractic.
for
I
it?
had an epidural shot into my low back because I
Yeah.
couldn't move. It was really bad, dude.
Yeah.
My heels are actually still a little numb from the injury.
Shit.
Yeah, it sucked. Yeah. So I landed on my heels. My heels slipped out from underneath me. Landed on my
your
butt in a flex position.
Yeah.
It's just a recipe for disaster, and that's exactly what
Jeez.
happened. So compressed.
Dang. I bet like you just want to take away that jump. Like.
If there's one thing in my life that I would fix, it would be that day.
Yeah.
That exact day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it changed kind of a lot of
Damn,
things. for
I'm
me.
sorry, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks. But at least you
Yeah.
could like move and stuff still. Hopefully, like it can get better over time. I'm not sure how to rehab like sciatica at all. or
Yeah, it's
anything
actually
like
really
that.
funny. It's just exercising more.
Oh, easy
There you go.
peasy. There
Easy
you go.
peasy.
Keep going.
Just keep exercising. Work on your core strength.
Yeah.
I had an epidural shot, so it like eased a lot of the
Yeah,
pain.
is that kind of like a steroid shot? Type of
Steroid
deal?
shot, yeah, which-
Cortisone type of deal?
Yeah. My dad wasn't super about that, but I just kind of did it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
probably
like,
helped.
dude, you have
Probably
no
helped a
idea. I was
lot.
like, dude,
You
I
don't know the
have
pain,
to.
yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
I cannot move.
Yeah. So back to how you got into fitness. And,
Yeah, so my dad was always training when I was a little kid. I would
What type
be
of fitness would he do?
all barbell stuff, which
Oh,
is
okay.
like looking back on it, it's like nice work, Dad.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Barbell, dumbbell stuff,
Yeah.
just like the basic compound movements with some dumbbell work, like good stuff. So when I was a little kid, I would hear my dad
At home.
in the garage,
Yeah, yeah.
grunting, while he's in the gym. I'm like, this guy's a
Nice.
fucking beast. What is he doing? My
Yeah.
bad. What is he doing? So he actually, and I was super young at the time, maybe
Yeah.
like 6th grade, 7th grade,
Yeah.
He
Were
brought.
were you playing sports at the time?
Yeah, I played soccer and baseball.
Okay.
Yeah. Wish I wrestled, but I couldn't because I have Osgood-Schlatter's, another injury that I deal with.
Jesus.
Yeah, on my left side. Everything's kind of
On the left side.
on the left side, yeah. So yeah, I would hear him working out hard, and he kind of got me into it. He taught me a lot of the movements, deadlifting, squatting correctly, benching correctly.
Oh, so you learned at an early age, 7th grade?
Yeah, dude.
That's early,
really,
bro.
really young. Really, really young. And I remember that first time that I went underneath that barbell to go bench press.
Yeah.
And then I kind of bring it back to what my clients might feel like when
Yeah.
it's maybe their first time. And it's like, I know what you're feeling right now.
I don't even remember my first time.
Yeah.
I can't even think about it.
It was shitty form.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's really good now. But,
it's so funny that like these simple movements like squat, bench, and deadlift, like they're so simple. Like to the eye, they look simple, but then there's so many small things that like could just like totally fuck up your form. Like especially on a bench, like I don't know, heels down, back arched, tuck your elbows in, like all those simple cues,
Lock
like
your shoulders
yeah,
in place.
all that.
They're compound movements, moving, using a lot of muscle groups in one movement. So yeah, there's room for
error.
things to break down for sure.
100%.
A lot of things. Yeah, if you're not breathing correctly,
Yeah.
that's huge.
So after you, your dad taught you these things, did you just fall in love with it?
Yeah, so I was like, okay, this is really awesome. I played sports my whole life. I was a very athletic kid, always going outside, playing, riding bikes, all that stuff. All into sports and fitness. So weightlifting was just like that next level, And so I actually, after my dad had taught me some things, I at a pretty young age, 8th grade, close to like freshman year of high school, I got P90X.
Okay, come on,
Yeah.
Ira X. I used to do that so many times.
Yeah.
Bro.
Exactly. So
Tony Thornton.
Tony Horton.
Horton.
He was my like first big fitness idol. If I could
Okay.
meet him one day, that'd be awesome. Because I
Yeah.
used to look up to him so
Yeah.
much. Yeah, I even read like his book and stuff.
No way.
Yeah, because I was like super into this guy. Like he was so
And this
motivating
is 7th
for
grade,
me.
8th grade?
Mm-hmm. I
That's
bought
early.
my Christmas gifts when I was that age was dumbbells.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so I built myself a whole home gym, which is still at home in my basement. I told my mom, I said, Mom, I know I'm moving, but I don't want you to get rid of any of that
Anything.
stuff.
When I
Please
come
keep it.
back,
When I come back,
I'm getting my pump in.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, or if I need this stuff.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of it. Yeah. So yeah, I built up a lot of dumbbells and weights over the years, and I just started doing P90X, Insanity, a bunch of beach body workouts,
Oh, heck yeah.
Body Beast, but
Yeah.
with Sagi.
Yeah.
I used to be so into that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely built a good foundation for me at a young age.
That's so young. I started
Like
lifting when I was
push-ups
19,
now,
bro.
I could
knock him out.
knock them out because of P90X. That chest and back
There's
workout was all chest and pull-ups.
Ton of pull-ups,
That's how
yeah.
I got super good at doing those moves, and then that translated into me
Yeah.
being super strong at bench and all that stuff. So
Dude, pull-ups are so essential for growing your upper back.
I love pull-ups. Everything about pull-ups, I love.
I was trying last year was 2021. I tried to hit 50 straight.
Oh yeah,
And-
yeah. What'd you get again?
I got 33, which is pretty fucking good, dude.
That is really good.
Yeah,
that
like-
is really good. I'm gonna hand it to you. I think if I tried to do a set right now, I
Yeah.
don't think I'm hitting 33.
It's hard, dude.
It's
Pull-ups
hard,
are hard.
yeah.
Like the thing is, you could probably hit 200 in a day, sets of 10,
Oh, of course.
easy.
Of course.
It's just being able to do
to do
them
a full
straight,
set.
like strict.
No kipping.
No kipping, no CrossFit out here.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, I learned to love CrossFit though, like for what it is.
I mean, the whole idea of it is great.
Yeah.
Everything's
yeah. And
really-
the only thing that I have a problem with it is like whoever trains at those CrossFit gyms, the trainers themselves, for new people who don't understand like their body, they can get injured very easily. For example, me and you could take a CrossFit class and we would be okay because we know how our body works. We know proper form,
Yep.
all this stuff. But like, imagine fucking 30 people just running, doing barbell cleans and snatches and squats out of nowhere.
someone's bound to get hurt.
100%,
yeah,
dude.
100%. Yeah, yeah. No, I love the idea of it, but yeah, not for the average goer.
Yeah,
gym goer,
I think someone who's like into fitness and knows their body, I think it's a great workout.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So after you built this weight and everything like that just kind of like spiked that's when you got into exercise science and
Yeah,
it's all
exactly.
history from
Exactly. Yeah. So I have a bunch of family members that are physical therapists. My dad and my dad's brother are chiropractors. So a lot of people in the health careers. And just seeing a lot of what they were doing just kind of sparked that interest in me. And so, yeah, at a young age, I just fell in love with fitness and just always kept it consistent. During soccer season, maybe I wouldn't train my legs as hard because I needed to run a lot, but I'd train my upper body a lot. And even in the weight room, I would go in the weight room a lot with my buddies. A lot of my high school friends played football. And that was the one sport that I wanted to play, but my dad wouldn't let me because he thought I was going to get injured.
My mom didn't let me play football either.
I wanted to play badly, but there was like a funny story when I was like in middle school when I tried to play and I got launched and I think I started crying. I think I was in like 4th grade or something. I started crying like a little fucking
Girl.
like a little girl, yeah, like a little girl, and that was it. That was it for football. Just kept with soccer. Yeah.
What do you call it? Okay, so I've never been to a chiropractor, bro. And like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, just cracking, like they don't really help, but there's also a lot of people who swear by it and you're like, oh yes, like my body feels so much better, I move better because of having a chiropractor. Like, what's your take on it? Obviously your dad is a chiropractor, so you have a slight bias to like one certain way, but like from your point of view, like having that experience, like what is your take on it?
Yeah, good question. So I definitely believe in chiropractic care because especially now I have a nerve injury and everything, all the nerves of your body come from your spine, so if you're not maybe properly aligned, you could be having potentially a pinched nerve.
So I don't understand the science to all of it. Like, how does, I guess, like cracking your back, cracking certain things like your bones, like obviously it relieves some tension from something, that's why you're obviously cracking it. How does that affect like nerves in your body?
Well, I'm definitely not qualified to probably be giving the most educated answer,
sure.
but from what I've taken over the years of all the chiropractic care that I've had, if you have a subluxation in your spine, the idea is to adjust you so that you can fix that subluxation.
Okay.
And so it kind of gives your nerves.
What's a subluxation?
Say like, okay, say your neck's really tight, jammed up. You can't really turn it to the right because it's super tight. That might be like a subluxation. Okay. Yeah. So because maybe you did maybe you, for example, I don't know, got into maybe like a car accident and like your head whiplashed and like now you're like, I can't move.
I feel like it's happened to a lot of people.
Yeah, and maybe for some with
not car accidents, but
unfortunately, I've had one too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but it was a long time ago, so it's okay. But I mean, maybe with time, if you didn't do a chiropractic care, maybe time would kind of heal it up. But I never really. I mean, for this, I've had a lot of chiropractic care done for my sciatica, and it's still here. Yeah, you know, so it's tough. I do believe in chiropractic care because I feel a lot of relief, and I just feel better overall when I do get adjusted. But I mean, I definitely believe in it. I haven't found a good chiropractor out here though. Yeah, so
maybe I'll try it out. Yeah, because like I believe in massages.
Right. So yeah, massages are really good. I love massages.
Just because like you could only do so much with like a foam roller or a Theragun for like myofascial release. There's something about like hands really digging into like your fascia.
Yeah, and especially when it's not you like easing off of it because it hurts. Maybe it's like somebody else doing it. They have no idea how much it hurts.
Such a baby.
You.
I tear up every time I get a massage. No, I swear, dude.
I've had one massage since I've been out here, and it was some crazy place. Like, lady was like walking on my back and putting elbows into me. And one thing that I'm like relatively flexible, so she like pulled my arms back and pulled my legs up. Like, what is going on right now? But no, it was good. It was definitely well needed, but I don't get them that often. Yeah.
Do you have any, I guess like fitness goals for yourself? Like you have a very good, bodybuilding physique in my opinion.
Thank you, bro.
In terms of,
I've been told that before, and I actually want to compete, and I'm gonna give it a go. Yeah, 100%. Okay. I'm going to eventually stand up on a bodybuilding stage and pose 100%. Yeah. If it's not this year, that's fine. But I would like for it to be this year. If not, that close. I would like to natural division. You know, because I'll never really play around with that. I have no reason to play around with other stuff like performance enhancings because. I just have no reason to. Yeah. And I don't think I'd be able to compete against a bunch of those monsters that are. So it's like, why would I even do that to myself? Yeah. But I feel like I could go up against someone who might be natural. And even if I don't win, whatever, I think I just want to do it for myself, you know? So I definitely am going to at some point.
Yeah. Besides that, any other like fitness goals?
Yeah. In the short term, we have a photo shoot at Ultimate Performance on May 21st.
All the personal trainers are getting shredded.
Yep, all us, which is pretty awesome, dude. As a team, like
that's cool to do that together.
We're all shredding up as a team.
Do you guys keep each other accountable?
Yep. So one of the senior trainers that started there when he's pinching me and I'm pinching him, and he's giving me some feedback. I'm giving him some, and learning a little bit with him, and so. Yeah, we're all dieting down right now. Yeah. And
also seeing you guys work out together is very cool. You know,
dude, this place, I can't say enough. This place is life-changing. Yeah. Life-changing as a personal trainer. I the amount of knowledge that I've learned since I started in September to where I'm at right now, I feel so good about what I'm doing and just the future with what is to come with where I'm at, because this place is lights out. Yeah. I've been I've been praised, and I've also been criticized and been like, Kurt, what are you doing? Like, but it's great because I need that.
Criticized in what way? For you or for your clients? Or both?
Criticized in me.
Okay. Like,
why am I doing this? Why are you doing something? Like,
give me an example.
Well, so we have our global head of personal training is at the location that we're at. Yeah. And he is probably the most badass guy that if you have an army, you want him on your side.
He's a badass.
Yeah, you want him on your side. 10 out of 10 times. And so he doesn't take any BS from anyone. He's been doing this at this company for 10 plus years. Yeah. He was there at the very first one that started, in the UK. So he's got this accent. He's a beast. And so, but he's also like super respectable. Like, I respect everything. And I love criticism. I love constructive criticism because it helps me grow 100%. I know I'm not the best. So help me become the best, So, for example, I had a client the other day and, I loaded up a little bit too much on the bar at first. For him. And his control was not good. Kind of banged it off his chest. And of course, Eddie, our
little bounce.
Yeah, it's just like not what we want to see with our clients doing. We want to see our clients have maximum control. Yep. With a good eccentric. So I screwed up, and he let me know that I screwed up. But it's good because now I'll never let that happen again. Sure. There's no chance that I'll let that happen again. Yeah. And so I have weekly mentor meetings every single week. My manager at the place that I'm at is also my mentor. Yeah. So every trainer gets a mentor. Yeah. And pretty much we go over all my clients' progresses throughout the week. Who's off track, who's on track. And so if they're off track, why? And so like it's a lot of.
So you guys talk through it.
100%. Yep, okay. 100%.
That's so cool because like everything that I've learned as a personal trainer, I took like a practical class like at UCLA that was like pretty hands-on. Like you're studying my certifications through NSCA.
Nice.
And you're going through that, but everything that I've learned was from like trial and error by myself. So say like a client couldn't do something this way, YouTube, Google, there you go, fix it. Like, and that I've never had like someone go over my clients with me to see like what I did wrong or what I didn't do wrong, or like for myself too. That's super cool. I feel like you could grow just like so exponentially with that.
Oh yeah, big time. And that's what I love about being at this place. Yeah, I could probably just be on my own and whatnot and be a trainer, but who's looking over me and who's giving me feedback? Who is telling me what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong? Because I know that I'm not perfect. Yeah. And I'll take that advice from somebody who's been doing it for 10 years. Sure. 100%. Who's our global mentor.
Who has results up the ass.
100 results up the ass, dude. So yeah, and a lot of our senior trainers have a lot of really great results as well. Yeah. So we bounce ideas off each other. And so, I mean, it's great. I mean, literally, we record our clients on what we're doing too, with their approval, obviously. But we record them doing a lot of their exercises from maybe day one, challenging sets, and then see how they progress over time. And so when we record these sets, we also sit down with a lot of our head guys and talk through each one. What was right about this movement? What was wrong about this movement? How can we improve this?
You guys really sit down, watch tape, and analyze it?
Absolutely.
That is so cool, dude.
Absolutely. 100%. I'll even I'll even upload, I'll draw like lines. I'll go heavy into making sure that I know like the angles of my and what exactly. Yeah. I took that in college, biomechanics. Yeah. So I loved biomechanics. I thought that was awesome. But we go through everything. So it's good. It helps me really become really good at what I'm doing. Just
That's
master
awesome,
my
dude.
craft. Yeah.
That's awesome. What do you call it? What's your training like? Is it mostly bodybuilding?
It was, and then I realized that maybe I should focus a little bit more on strength training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to explain the difference to people who don't understand the difference
Absolutely.
between bodybuilding and strength training?
Yeah. So with strength training, you really got to make sure that you're tracking your progress over time, and the splits are going to be a little bit different. You're going to be a little bit in the lower rep ranges.
Heavier weights, lower reps, right?
Yep. Heavier weights, lower reps. In a methodical way.
Usually
so that,
anywhere between 3 and 7 reps, in my opinion, right?
Sure.
Would you agree?
Yep, I would agree. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't really do 1 rep maxes that often because I just don't really
see the benefit, really.
I don't really need to. But, I mean, yeah, it's a good ego booster sometimes. Yeah, for sure. But I like to... So I'm training a little bit more lower rep, higher weight.
Okay.
And just trying to progress that and be better every time that I go into the gym.
You look big, bro. You look big. I see progress.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it really just comes down to holding yourself accountable for everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean...
so are you still doing like bodybuilding too?
100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'll go on a machine and start banging out a bunch of reps and get that pump and just get the hypertrophy going. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. And focus a little, like I'll still do my arm days and stuff like that, but that, you won't really see that in
in any videos.
In any, yeah, exactly. Like no one's really, that's not how to optimize your workout. It's just doing an arm day, but I'll still do it.
Straight.
Yeah, I'll still do it because honestly, the way that I look at it is I still want to have fun while I train because training should be fun.
Yeah,
it should be enjoyable. It should be something that you look forward to. It shouldn't be something that you're dreading to go into.
Do you have a favorite movement?
Do I have a favorite movement? You know what? I feel like deadlifts are my favorite.
Really?
Yeah,
I would not expect that.
I love deadlifts.
Really?
I think there's something so badass about picking heavy
weight
dead
off the ground.
weight off the ground and then just locking it out. And so I need to... I mean, I can deadlift a pretty decent amount of weight, but I know I can do better, so I just have to actually dial it in.
What's your PR on that?
Well, my PR on deadlift was 415.
Okay.
Which was fucking heavy.
That's
but it
pretty good.
wasn't. But I mean, like compared to some other people, I mean.
Do you think sumo deadlifts are fake? A lot of people think that. Or
Fake?
don't count. Don't count.
Fake? Don't count. Well, it depends on who's counting it.
Yeah.
Like if you have to do it for maybe a competition, like if you're Greg Doucette and you're going for a sumo deadlift world record, then they're counting it.
Yeah.
But and if I don't think it's more actually similar to a squat pattern than it is a deadlift pattern.
I really think so.
So it actually translates to a better squat.
It does.
Which actually, if you incorporate sumo deadlifts into your training, you might actually come to find that you're stronger on a squat. Because a regular deadlift
you're hinging a lot more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A sumo squat, you're upright.
Yeah.
Very similar to how you end in a squat.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. It is so similar to a squat pattern, except now you're pulling something heavy off the ground instead of
pushing something up.
So I say, who cares about if it's limiting your range of motion or not? If you're able to have it in your program and you're still able to progress it and it's not limiting you from any other moves that you're doing and you want to give it a go, give it a go.
Yeah. Because I feel like the hinging movement of a traditional deadlift, it puts a lot of tension on your lower back, and especially
and that's why I love doing them.
Yeah.
Actually, that's why I love doing them because it
puts so much tension
on my lower back. Yeah.
So
because how am I going to build a stronger lower back if I don't do it?
Yeah.
Every time I do deadlifts, my back is fried.
Yeah.
But
you like it.
Kind of want it to be because that's how you break down the muscle and build it back up so it's stronger than last time.
Honestly, I also don't feel my hamstrings that much unless I'm lifting heavy deadlifts.
Sure. Yeah. I like doing RDLs, barbell RDLs for my hamstrings or leg curls.
Yeah. What do you call it? So you're at this point in your life, bro, where you took this big fucking jump to LA, which I commend you for. Like,
it's been amazing, dude. It's been amazing.
Takes a lot of guts, bro. And you found this job at Enhanced Performance. You're doing what you love. You quit accounting, and you're kind of just like living it up right now, dude. You're enjoying Cali.
Dude. Yeah.
And what are you most excited for in your life right now? Because like you're kind of doing what you said you're gonna do, but now like there's always gonna be like more to like this life, dude.
100%.
And do you have any like life goals or just like something that you're excited for that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, dude. So I wanted to definitely.
Besides becoming the next Johnny Bravo.
That is still on the table.
I bet,
yeah.
dude, it should.
I just haven't, dude. Honestly, I've been slacking on my TikTok game. I haven't been posting recently.
Content's a job, bro.
Content is a job, and right now my focus is getting results with my clients right now.
Yeah.
And
then you could work on everything
to get
else later.
promoted, and then I'll really hammer down on all my side stuff that I want. But right now, my main focus is making sure I get results with my clients. That's number one for me. Number two is all the other fun stuff. I really want to get into YouTube because I feel like I can provide a lot of value. Yeah. And build a community around that. But I love TikTok because it's just fun, and that's where I get to be like an actor in a sense, you know, because like
you're
I'm pretending to pretend to be a character, a fictional character, and I've just so much has changed since then. So that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to. But also, I want to. I met someone at Gold's Gym who has a really awesome fitness platform that allows you to actually build a community, an online community, and sell some fitness programs and through this online community. And so that's actually something that I'm going to be spending a lot more time into. But right now, I wanted to really focus on getting results for myself, so that I just have a little bit better knowledge and confidence, and so that I can provide it for others.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, it's so weird that it's not weird, but it's so parallel when if you accomplish everything that you say you're going to do and do the things that you tell other people to do, like it gives you so much confidence to give that advice to other people.
Sure.
You're like, I did this, I got this result, therefore you cannot contradict like that doesn't work.
Right. However, everyone is different.
Everyone is different.
Yes. Everyone is different, and what works for me may not work for someone else, and I totally understand that. Yeah. But I do understand that a lot of similar things do carry over. Yeah. Okay, maybe a barbell squat doesn't work for you, but you can still do other squat patterns. Yeah. You know, so you're still working your legs, right? Okay, maybe this food doesn't, is a little bit sensitive to you, have an allergy, but it doesn't have an allergy for me, so we just have to swap it for something different. So which still keeps you in a calorie deficit, all that stuff. So the main principles pretty much stay the same. It's just kind of how you apply it to yourself, and everybody's different in a sense, right? So dude, once you get that confidence of getting either results for yourself or other people, then it's like, okay, then I know I really can do this, because I really want to get into the online fitness, and you can just monetize so well on that platform.
You don't need to be there.
You don't need to be present there. However, I love being present there.
Sure.
So right now,
but you can't be in the same place 1,000 times,
I'm 25 right now. When I'm getting older, it's gonna probably take a toll on me. So obviously, having like an online platform where I can sell programs that I can be be sleeping and making money. Yeah. That's ultimately a goal to get to. I've had a lot of people reaching out to me on social media platforms asking me about training, and so I want to have it something easier that's like a low ticket, something that can help someone that's not going to break their bank or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like there's a lot of like people out there who are just doing it for the buck, but versus the genuine, I want to help you.
Yeah, but I mean that's where a lot of fitness YouTubers kind of come in, as long as they give proper value and proper content. That is kind of like, here, listen to my free content.
When are we gonna see the first Kurt YouTube video?
Pretty soon, dude. Honestly, like I think I wanted to do a series of me during this cutting phase.
Yeah. Why didn't you do it?
Because I got a little lazy with it, to be honest. Yeah, which kind of sucks to say, and I'm kind of
everyone's human, bro.
What's that?
I said everyone's human, bro.
Everyone's human, exactly. So, but there's still a little bit of time left before that photo shoot. I could still whip up some content, but nah. I mean, I didn't want to worry about any of that stuff right now. Like, because if I don't get to where the goal that I've set out for myself, then it doesn't matter. Like, I want to get to the goal that I've set out for myself. Once I hit that goal, boom, confidence is up, and I know that, okay,
you can do it again.
I can do it again, and I can talk about it.
Yeah.
And talk about my experience with it and help somebody else. I would love to be a physique coach one day, maybe, and help
bodybuilders get there.
Yeah, I think that would be so cool. I used to be really into my best friend and his little brother back home. Were physique competitors, and they always used to play around that I was like their coach and stuff like that, you know.
I could see that.
I would love to be a physique competitor coach, someone that's like helping someone prep to get on stage. I think that'd be really awesome. Yeah. But I can't really be a coach unless I go through that myself. You know,
so you're gonna do it. You're gonna step on stage.
I'm going to. Mark my words, I will.
Okay.
It's just a matter of like when. And I honestly kind of need help because I don't really know like natural divisions. I don't really know like what the signing up looks like for that. I need a coach. I need a coach. And so I need help. Because I don't. That's just a lot of work, like trying to figure out all the logistics to doing a bodybuilding show.
Do you have a favorite, not a favorite, but do you have a movement that you think if someone did it every single day, in terms of minimalistic training, but most efficient, like getting the maximum output for the least amount of input, what movement would that be?
Maximum output for the least amount of input.
Does that make sense?
I mean, I would say squat.
Yeah. Why?
Well, your legs are some of the biggest muscles in your body, which you're getting the most bang for your buck if you do a squat movement. Your heart rate's going to elevate like crazy compared to if you just did bicep curl or tricep curl or something like that. I mean, you could argue that push-ups, because like you're pretty much using your whole body, or I mean, maybe like a prowler push, like a sled push or something where you're using literally everything. But I don't know.
I like sled. Like that's
everything is contracting. Everything
legs,
is
arms.
Sure. Quad.
Mine. Tell me if you think this is correct or not. I think the best movement for the maximum amount of output for the least amount of input is gonna be kettlebell swing. Because you're squeezing your glutes, you're using your legs, you're using your shoulders, the grip strength, everything like that. You're using a full body movement, getting your heart rate up. And
I think that's actually a pretty reasonable exercise. As long as someone can really execute it and nail down that movement properly, 100%. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Just because like I feel
your heart rate's up. You can count that as cardio.
Yeah, I feel like because a lot of people who don't like working out, I tell this one client, I was like, get up every day, just do 50 kettlebell swings in the morning, and you're better than most.
I like that actually. Yeah. As long as the form and the technique can be executed properly, I think that's actually a really good exercise. Kettlebell work, we don't really do much of it at the place that I'm at. But it is really, really good to do. As long as you have the skill and the knowledge and the body awareness to do it, I think it's super effective. I think
kettlebell work is harder to like teach someone than like simple squat, overhead press, bench.
It is, especially at F45 when you'd have like just
new
general
people.
Population, new people come in. You'd have to be like, okay, we're doing kettlebell swings, so slip it. It's like. A lot of the form that you see, a lot of people, they want to squat with it and stuff like that. So as long as you can nail down the technique, I mean, your heart rate's elevated, but if you could really elevate your heart rate pretty good as long as you get like a nice solid either squat form or What
do you call it? Okay, so what's your advice to people out there who one, want to get in shape, and two, want to lose weight? Like usually those are the things. Get in shape, lose weight.
Get in shape, lose weight.
And they have no experience. Where do they start without a coach? A coach.
Well, I would say step one without a coach is you have to make behavior changes. If you're really overweight and you want to lose weight, you have to understand that changes need to be made, just not in your, fitness aspect, but also just like your mental aspect. You have to make a lot of behavior changes. How can you handle hunger? You know, can you kind of overcome that feeling when your belly's rumbling? Like that, you know, are you a binge eater? I would say move more. Yeah. I'd say just do more activity. Don't change anything about your diet right now. Just move more and see what happens. Okay. And then if things really aren't moving, you really should evaluate like diet. Where you 100. I think diet, I know diet is most important. Yeah. Diet is most important.
So step 1, move. 2, if you don't see any progress, evaluate and change your diet.
I think so.
Or change the behaviors of your diet.
Yeah, and honestly, moving more can be just as simple as walking. You know, I realized like I always thought it was almost like just so easy and so straightforward to move a lot because I'm just always active every single day. Like 20,000 steps a day is not everyone is you, Kurt. For me. No, I know. And I realized that I was like, okay, wow. You know, these people, some of my clients are coming in to me and they've only had like 1,000 to 2,000 steps a day. What did you do? Did you literally just sit all day? And like for some people, that is the case. So it's like, okay, let's have you move more. Just go for some more walks throughout the day. Maybe like walks after you eat or walks in the morning. And I would just start super simple like that. Track your steps because it is cardio. Even though people don't want to think that it's walking is cardio, but it is the best form of cardio. If you want to maintain as much muscle as possible and lose as much body fat, walking is your best friend. So start with that and then hold yourself accountable to every single thing that goes into your body. Because if you don't be upset about the results that you don't achieve. Don't be upset about the results that you don't achieve. If you don't hold yourself accountable to every little thing that goes into your body. The fact that I had a drink with you was great, but I have no idea how many calories was in it. And it's kind of like, what, how much calories?
It's
but like,
probably roughly around 180, 200.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was a little bit more, it's, you know, I track everything that I eat every single day. I track every single thing that I eat every single day. I weigh out all my meals. I weigh out everything. And
you think that's ideal for the regular human?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, why not? I think that it's actually a super valuable skill that you can learn. And
I think it takes so much discipline because I've only done it a couple times in my life, bro, but it's very difficult. Right.
So that's why if you are to go on a fitness journey, you have to 100%. The most important thing is that you have to set yourself a date that you're going to finish so that you know that there is sort of like this end part to you putting in all this work. There is some reward at the end, maybe if it's like a photo shoot or maybe if it's like a competition or if it's just like you know, going to the beach or a vacation or something special, that wedding or something that's coming up, because you have to really want to lose body fat. It's not easy, and you have to want to lose it. You can't just say, like, I want to get lean. No, you have to want to, or else you're not going to.
I feel like everyone wants to, though.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why everyone, you know, like for the most part, that's why the general population doesn't look that great. But I mean, everybody wants to, you know, lose weight. So I would say just keep it as simple as you can. You don't have to track all your meals and stuff like that. That, I mean, if you want to, that's great. And I think it's a super valuable tool to learn. Portion out your meals.
I definitely think
make sure you have protein in every single one of your meals. Every single one of your meals.
Baby steps.
That is the number one thing that you should focus on with every single meal that you have. What is my protein source? And then you go from there. Then you can start adding in all the extra stuff that you want, you know, as long as it's not, you know, putting you in a surplus, which if you don't track your meals, you're not going to know if you're in a surplus or not unless you track your weight. But sometimes the weight can be off because like maybe you drank a little bit too much. It's like it's
a lot.
It's a lot.
Second thing. What's your advice to the little Kurts out there who want to like follow their dreams and just like hop on a plane to like LA? Not saying that's the exact same thing, like just in general to like people out there who want to take like this big leap but don't have the courage to do it.
Yeah, I would say.
And the answer, like just doing it, like it is kind of not good.
Yeah, no, because there's a lot more than just that went into it than just doing it, right? I think that you have to have a clear plan as to why you're doing something that you're doing. I feel like I was able to at least save up a decent amount of money for myself to make moving out here doable. Yeah. I had the comfort of my family telling me that if things crash and burn and don't succeed,
you'll be okay.
You can come right back at home. I love my family to death. They're the most supportive people in my life. I wouldn't honestly be where I am today without my family and my friends giving me the support. So having a support system is super, super important. My sisters are amazing. My mom, amazing. Even though my parents are divorced, my dad, he's been there for me too. So having that support system, yeah, 100%. It made me coming out here feel a lot better, knowing that, hey, you know what, man, if you fail, just get back on a plane and go back home, and
you'll be okay.
and just start.
Start over again.
Just start over again. Yeah. I didn't want to live my life regretting not moving, especially like just being single, and I was like, dude,
you have nothing to lose.
I have nothing to lose. Like, like the only thing I could lose was maybe just like, I don't know, time, but
you also gained experience.
I gained, dude, so much. Life changing. And it's been like a year and a half. So I would say having that support system is huge, and as long as you have a kind of a game plan and a plan on what you want to do when you get out here, or wherever you decide to want to move to and make that leap of faith to. Just kind of have those ducks aligned, and you know.
Okay, that's
and
good
then
advice.
go for it, and then just go for it. Yeah.
Pedal to the metal.
And then pedal to the metal. Go
Work
for
hard.
it. Work hard. Yep. And I could always, looking back on it now, I could always have been better than what I did. But I try and look at everything that I did in the past as learning experience, so I can grow from that whenever I become a dad one day, and have kids of my own, because I definitely want a family one day.
You could definitely talk about it.
Oh my God, yeah. I will 100% make sure that son or daughter, like, that they understand, like, this is what I did, and like it's totally achievable. Like, and also too, I think that doing what you actually like think that you can see yourself doing in the future,
something that you enjoy, something you enjoy too.
Yeah, I mean, I took out student loans and I have to pay back student loans for accounting.
Yeah,
garbage. Yeah. So it is what it is, but yeah. Yep.
Last thing, where can someone find you if they wanted to train with you?
Cool, man. So my Instagram is just my name, Kurt Heeren, KurtHeeren, and I pretty much respond to all my messages on there. And then you could hit me up on TikTok. I just don't know if I'm gonna see it because I'm not on that app.
Can they find you on like Performance Enhanced website too?
So Ultimate Performance. If someone did want to train with me, they could either reach out to me personally, and I can get them set up in an email with our sales manager and manager, but or they just reach out to Ultimate Performance, Brentwood, and then just kind of ask them for Kurt.
Sounds good. I forgot to talk about this real quick.
What's up?
One more thing.
No, you're good.
So you posted about this a couple times every year. You have a bodybuilding friend that passed away.
Dude, chills. Just got chills.
Yeah. What was his name?
That's awesome that you brought that up, man. That's really cool. Because I'll talk about him forever, man. Tristan, okay. Yeah. Man, one of the saddest stories in my life. I lost two good buddies in my life. One of them in high school that I played baseball with, Joey Carabin, rest in peace, dude.
Yeah.
And then Tristan Bacallion, and both of them were never easy. It was very, very tough losing a friend. But Tristan specifically was my best friend. One of my best friends. I have multiple, which I'm very happy that I can say. Being in a fraternity, definitely you have multiple best friends. So Tristan, I was, and still am, best friends with his older brother, Nick. And I met Nick my freshman year of college, and we have been best friends ever since. And I knew Tristan, his little brother. Tristan was the high school stud football running back that was just like, you know, crushing it in life. He had amazing aesthetics. He literally looked like Z's.
Dude, you look like Zeus, bro.
Dude, like I was like, wait, am I like seeing a reincarnation of Z's right now? And it was the best thing because I would hype him up like crazy. He would call me Jeff Side, if anybody knows who Jeff Side is, but and I would call him Johnny Skywalker at the time, actually, because I don't know if anybody knows who John Skywalker is, but because so we used to just like joke. But so pretty much Tristan, he came out to our college. He joined our college freshman year, and I knew that I wanted him as my little in the fraternity. Sure. I was a senior at the time when he came out. He was a freshman. I had one little at the time already, Eddie. Love you, Eddie. And so I wanted two littles because I always thought it'd be cool to have two littles. Yeah. And so I was hanging out with Tristan and helped him move into his dorm, helped him just kind of get adjusted to college life. Would go to the gym all the time with him and my buddy Nick. Mm-hmm. And it was great. I mean, he did really good. And pretty much it was terrible, man. I was actually coaching at F45 at the time in New Jersey. I'll never forget it, dude. Oh, it's the saddest thing. So pretty much I was supposed to see Tristan and Nick the day that Tristan passed away. Mm-hmm. And I was in a group chat. Oh, so Tristan turned 21 during pandemic year. We went out to a bar in Jersey City called Surf City. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget that because that was the last time I got to hang out with him. And we bought drinks together. And a big group of us fraternity buddies went out to celebrate his birthday. And I'll never forget that, man. He had a great time. I never, looking back on it, it's so tough because had I known that was my last couple moments that I would have spent with him, dude, like, fuck. Like I would have really, 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 really cherished those last moments, So...
What's the biggest lesson in life that you learned from losing a couple of friends? Because, like, the only reason I wanted to ask is I've dealt with a few deaths in my life at a relatively young age, from high school friends to, like, aunts and stuff now. Like, I lost my aunt when I was in second grade, stuff like that. And it taught me a lot of lessons in terms of just, like, I mean, when it comes down to it, do what you love, enjoy the people that you do it with, and like be a good person. And with that being said, like what has those losses of your really close friends done for you for like your own life?
Yeah, so I would say that for me, it made me realize how precious life really is, and that it can be taken away and gone in an instant second. Yeah. So part of the reason why I actually made this move to come out here is partly because of Tristan, because I always told him that I would move out to California one day, and we always talked about working at a Gold's Gym together and stuff like that. Damn. So I would say that not taking life for granted, realizing that every moment is very precious and that it can end, and honestly for all of us it is going to end at some point. It is, and
everyone's fate.
Yep. And Tristan had a lot of really good things lined up for himself. He couldn't swim. He never learned how to swim. No. And he went out with a buddy and they were drunk on a jet ski. He didn't have a life vest on. Shit. And he fell off the back of the jet ski and drowned. So I would say just making as smart decisions as you can, and always, if you're going to do something like that may be questionable, like rethink it. I've dealt with that with my injury, but man, just enjoy life. Do what you want to do because it can end before you know it. And I hope for me that's not until a long time because my papa is 96, turning 97. Damn. And I want to live that long of life like he is, and he's crushing it in life.
Yo, there's a ton of scientists out there who are like helping out with like long life and longevity. Just working out's a huge part of it. Osteoporosis is a real thing. Yep. All right, everybody. Mr. Kurt.
Nate, thank you for having me, dude.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you.
You're the man. Yeah.
Peace. Bye.